Yes, everyone. So I think so. I am live and I am clearly audible and visible to each and every one of you. Hi, Shivesh. How are you? I can see your comment. I am so sorry for the delay, but today we are going to finally start with the chapter excretion. And here in this session, what we are going to do is that we are going to try to finish it off in one go, and we are not going to take more than 2 hours. Within 2 hours we are going to complete this chapter excretion, and I'll make sure that each and every questions, each and every concepts you will be able to solve after reading this session, right? Chalo, so let's move on and let's continue with today's session. So today's session is all about the excretion, bachcho. First of all, before starting the session, I would like you all to define the excretion, like what is excretion, right? So excretion is what, sir? Suppose that you are eating food. Okay, everyone, each and every one of us eats food, yes or no? Yes. So when we eat food, bachcho, so what happens, that food goes into our digestive system. That food goes into our digestive system, yes or no? And in the digestive system, what's happening, the food is being digested, and lots of proteins, amino acids, all of those things are absorbed. Now, when the food is digested, there are two types of categories. One is the digested food and other one is the undigested food, yes or no? If I talk about the undigested food, so what happens with this undigested food? So this undigested food is removed out from our body in the form of stool, yes or no? Yes. Sir, is this excretion? Does this means excretion? So bachcho, this does not means excretion. This is what? This is defecation. Don't get confused with the excretion, right? So this is what? This is defecation. So what is excretion, sir? Excretion is what? See here, let's suppose that you have digested it, okay? The food you have digested and you have absorbed some of the amino acids, some of the proteins, yes or no? Now these amino acids, these proteins will undergo lots and lots of metabolic activities, lots and lots of metabolic reactions, yes or no? Now the waste product formed by these metabolic reactions is known as what? Is known as urea. And when we are removing the urea or the nitrogenous waste from our body, that is known as excretion. I hope that this is now clear to everyone. So what is excretion, sir? Excretion is nothing but the removal of the nitrogenous waste from the body. So let me write here the proper definition. What is excretion? Removal of nitrogenous waste from our body. Clear to everyone? Now what kind of nitrogenous waste do we have, sir? We have urea, uric acid, ammonia. These are the nitrogenous waste, which is what? Which is the which is removed by the help of the process, which is excretion. Clear? Great, sir. Great. Now, sir, there are one more thing. If suppose that I'm going to talk about one thing, the term which is homeostasis. Okay, I'm going to talk about a term which is homeostasis. What is this homeostasis, sir? What is this homeostasis? Suppose that winter is coming, right? Winter is coming. So if I ask you, bachcho, that what is your body temperature? What you will say? You will say that my body temperature is constant. My body temperature is not getting changed with the environment, right? So homeostasis is what? Maintenance of a constant temperature, okay, or maintenance of a constant environment inside the body, right? Maintenance of a constant environment in our body, right? Yes or no? Yes, sir. Now if I'm gonna talk about some of the things, like what? Like osmoregulation. So osmoregulation is what? If suppose that an organism is able to maintain the proper salt concentration in their body, then it is known as osmoregulation, right? Homeostasis is what? Homeostasis, suppose you are able to maintain your temperature inside the body, Suppose that you are able to maintain a proper osmolarity in a body. So homeostasis is a big term, right? It is a big term. Maintenance of a proper environment inside our body. But if I talk about the osmoregulation, so what is osmoregulation? If an organism, suppose we are able to maintain a steady environment, maintain a steady concentration of salt inside our body, then that is known as osmoregulation. So let me write here, what is osmoregulation? If maintenance of it's what, it's a process of, it is a process to maintain the process to maintain the, I think so the green color is visible to you. Process to what? Process to maintain the salt concentration in our body, or I can say in steady state. If you are able to, if you are trying to maintain the salt concentration inside your body, sir, this is what, this is the osmoregulation. But can I say that all the organisms are able to maintain the salt concentration inside the body? Tell me. No, sir, all the organisms are not able to maintain its salt concentration. So on the basis of this, we will be discussing two types of organisms. One will be what? One will be osmoconformers. Okay? And the other one will be what? The other one will be the osmoregulators. Okay? Now see, the term itself you are able to see, conformers and regulators. So what are regulators, sir? What are regulators? The ones who are able to what? The ones who are able to maintain its constant osmolarity are known as the regulators. And guys, if you will be having any kinds of doubt in the comment section, you can ask me, okay? You can definitely ask me. So what is osmoregulators? Able to maintain its osmolarity. Such type of organisms are known as what, sir? Such type of organisms are known as osmoregulators. Now if I'm gonna talk about the osmoconformers, so what are osmoconformers? They change their osmolarity according to the surrounding. Let's suppose that surrounding ki osmolarity is 300. So the body temperature, so the osmolarity of an organism inside their body will also be 300. बाहर का osmolarity जैसा, वैसे ही उसके body के अंदर का osmolarity. Such type of animals are known as osmoconformers. So can I say that they can't, their osmolarity depends on the surroundings, or they can't maintain their osmolarity. Now, so what is osmolarity? The pressure inside your blood, the amount of concentration of salts, solutes inside your blood is known as osmolarity. I hope that this thing is very much clear to each and every one of you. Yes or no? Osmoregulation is what it is. It was a process. And if I talk about the osmoconformers and osmoregulators, so we have two types of organisms here. Osmoconformers are those type of organisms which are able to maintain their which are not able to maintain their osmolarity. While if I talk about the osmoregulators, these are the organisms which are able to maintain their osmolarity. So I hope that this thing is very much clear to you. Right? Now, see here, if I talk about the excretion, so there are many types of excretory products. Okay? There are many types of excretory products. So let's see what are the different types of excretory product. Or does all organisms release the same kind of excretory product, or do we have that some organisms release different types of excretory products? So chalo, let's check here. So if I talk about the excretory product, we have three types of excretory product: ammonia, urea and uric acid. How many types? Ammonia, we have urea, and we have uric acid. Okay, uric acid. How many types of excretory products in general? Three types: ammonia, urea and uric acid. Suppose there is an organism who is releasing ammonia. Suppose there is an organism who is excreting ammonia. Such type of organism will be known as ammonotelic. Such type of organism will be known as ammonotelic. Okay. Now, if I talk about, suppose that there is an organism which is removing urea. So, such type of organism will be known as ureotelic. Ureotelic. Okay. And if suppose that there is some organism which is releasing the uric acid, so such type of organism will be known as uricotelic. Uricotelic. Okay. I hope that this thing is pretty much clear to everyone. Now, on the basis of their excretory products, we have divided organisms into three types, which is ammonotelic, ureotelic and uricotelic. Now, let's see the properties of all these organisms. Let's see the properties of all these organisms. So, if I talk about the ammonotelic, guys, so if I talk about the ammonotelic, so in ammonotelic, water requirement is very, very high. To remove this, to remove the ammonia from the body, water requirement is what? Very high, very high. So that's why you will see that the organisms which are aquatic, the organisms which are basically aquatic in nature, which lives in aquatic medium, such type of organisms are what? Such types of organisms are ammonotelic. For example, aquatic insects, aquatic amphibians, fishes, these are what? These are the ammonotelic. Okay, sorry. Yes, ammonotelic. Now let's talk about the ureotelic. Now let's talk about the ureotelic. So here also water requirement is what? Water requirement is more, but less than ammonia. Less than ammonia. Okay. Water requirement is less than ammonia. And if I talk about the uric acid, bacho, if I talk about the uric acid, so the water requirement to remove the uric acid from the body is very least. सबसे कम किसमें होता है? सबसे कम किसमें होता है? यूरिक एसिड को हटाने में सबसे कम पानी का यूज होता है. Clear to everyone? Okay, चलो, great. Now, how, which form, like if suppose that, किस तरह से, by which mechanism the body is removing these toxic material. So if I talk about it, ammonia, so it is removed through diffusion. Removed through diffusion. Okay, removed through diffusion. Now if I talk about the urea, so urea is what? Urea is, see here, in this what happens, if I talk about in ureotelic, how urea is formed. See here, how urea is formed. So first of all, what happens? Ammonia is produced. Let's suppose whatever the reaction happened in our body, very firstly ammonia is produced. Okay, very firstly ammonia is produced. Okay, ammonia is produced. Okay, now this ammonia goes where? This ammonia goes into the liver. Okay, goes into the liver. Now this liver do what? This liver converts this ammonia into urea. Okay, now this urea goes into the kidney and it is excreted. We are going to see the whole process how it's happening in the later chapter. Clear? Okay, next we have uric acid, bacho. Next we have uric acid. So uric acid, how it is removed? It is removed in the form of paste. It is removed in the form of paste. Okay, clear? Great. Now toxicity, which one is more toxic? So if I talk about the toxicity, bacho, so ammonia is what? Ammonia is very toxic. Ammonia is very toxic, and this is what? This is again urea is less than ammonia. It is also toxic, but it is less than ammonia. Less than ammonia. And if I talk about the uric acid, so it is what? It is least toxic. It is what? It is least toxic. Clear to everyone? Yes or no, bachcho? Is it clear? Chalo. Great. If it is clear, then let us move forward. If this is clear, let us move forward, bachcho. Great. Chalo. Now, examples, sir. Examples of ammonotelic. Yes or no? Examples of ammonotelic. I'll write here. Okay. This is ammonotelic. Ammonotelic. Next we have what? Next we have ureotelic. Ureotelic. And next we have uricotelic. Okay. Uricotelic. So which one? What is the? Which one is? What are the examples of these? One. So the examples of ammonotelic is what? Examples of ammonotelic is all the aquatic ones. So let's suppose fishes, okay. Then what? We can also write, sir, we can also write amphibians. We can also write amphibians, okay. Now what we can write? We can also write the aquatic insects. Aquatic insects. Remember that. These are what? These are the aquatic ones only. I'm not talking about the land insects. I'm talking about the insects which lives in water. Clear? Next we have the ureotelic. Next we have the ureotelic. So we also, guys, we are what? We are mammals. And where do we belongs? We belongs into the category of ureotelic. We belongs into the category of ureotelic. After that what? After all the marine fishes, after that all the fishes which is living in what? Which is living in marine water are the examples of ureotelic. Are the examples of ureotelic. And then what? And then the frog. Then the frog, or I should say terrestrial. Terrestrial means what? The ones who are living in land or tree. Terrestrial amphibians are the example of what? Are the examples of ureotelic. Next we are having the uricotelic. Next we are having uricotelic. So uricotelic is what? In this we have birds. In this we have birds. And what do we have? We have some insects. We have some insects. Yes or no? And we also have reptiles. We also have reptiles. So these are what? These are the examples of uricotelic organisms. Clear? Chalo, great. Now, we have done with the homeostasis, we have done with the organisms, we have done with the osmoregulations and osmoconformers. Clear to everyone? Clear? Chalo. Now let's see that which organism is having what kind of excretory organs. Suppose if I talk about us, which is the mammals, so we have kidney, yes or no? We have kidney, but what about the others, sir? What about the cockroach? What about the poriferans? What about the platyhelminthes? So let's see that. Let's see that. And from here questions comes. From here the questions comes. Okay. So you have to learn it. There is nothing more in this we can do. So I'm going to make a very good table for you and you can learn it. Okay. Chalo. So first of all, we have what? We have some types of see. First of all, we have the excretory organs. Okay. So let's write the protonephridia first. Okay. Protonephridia. Protonephridia. This is what? This is a type of excretory organ. Where it is present, sir? It is present in the platyhelminthes. It is present in the platyhelminthes. It is present in the platyhelminthes. Now, what is the another name for platyhelminthes? It is also known as flame cell. It is also known as flame cell. Where it is present, sir? Platyhelminthes. Okay, I have told so many times, then अब तो तुम्हें याद हो गया होगा. Flame cells are present in platyhelminthes. Okay, platyhelminthes. Clear to everyone? Okay, great. Now next do we have what? We have nephridia. We have nephridia. Nephridia. Now if I talk about the nephridia, so where it is present? Nephridia is present in the earthworms. Nephridia is present in the earthworms. Okay, they are present where? They are present in the earthworms, or I should say annelida, or I should say annelida. Okay, where they are present? They are present either in the earthworm, like annelida. Earthworm is the example of annelida only. So I can write here, they are present where? They are present in the annelida. Okay, now next move on and let's talk about the malpighian tubules. Malpighian tubules. Where these malpighian tubules are present? These malpighian tubules are present in cockroaches, most of the insects. If I talk about the malpighian tubules, where it is present? It is present in most of the cockroaches. Sorry, most of the insects. कहाँ present है बच्चों? Insects में. Where it is present? It is present in the insects. Clear? In cockroach also. But now तो we don't have cockroach in our syllabus. अब तो हमारे पास cockroach syllabus में नहीं है बच्चों. तो ठीक है, कोई बात नहीं. But अभी फिर भी इसमें कॉकरोच में जब भी पूछा जाए क्वेश्चन, तो कॉकरोच में क्या होता है? कॉकरोच में होता है malpighian tubules. Okay, next, this is very important. From here lots and lots of questions have came. Green glands. If I talk about the green glands, so where are the green glands present? Where are the green glands present? So sir, green glands are present in the crustaceans, prawns, aquatic arthropods. Yes or no? So let's write here crustaceans, prawns, and most importantly aquatic arthropod. Aquatic arthropods. Okay, chalo, great. Next we have the kidney. So where these kidneys are present, sir? So kidneys are present where? All vertebrates are having what? All vertebrates are having kidney. Clear to everyone? जितने भी vertebrates है सबके पास क्या है? सबके पास किडनी है. All vertebrates are having kidney. Clear? Great. Chalo. Now let's move on and let us talk about the human excretory system. This was what? This was all the basic things which you have to study. Now we are going to start the main chapter, right? So we saw excretion, we have seen. Definition of excretion we saw the homeostasis, and we saw the what is osmoregulation. We saw the type. On the basis of osmoregulation, there are two types of organisms: osmoconformers and osmoregulators. Then we saw on the basis of excretory products, we saw there are three types of excretory products: ammonia, urea, and uric acid. And on the basis of them, we have divided the organisms into three categories, which is ammonotelic, ureotelic, and uricotelic. After that, we saw that in our body how ammonia is being converted into urea. So sir, ammonia goes into the liver, and from the liver, in a liver there is one cycle happens which is known as ornithine cycle. It happens and it converts it into urea, and this urea is sent into the kidney for the excretion. And then we saw the examples and the different types of excretory glands. Okay, chalo. Now let's move on and let's directly jump to the human excretory system. Okay, let us directly jump into the human excretory system. Okay, what is this human excretory system? क्या होता है ये? So human excretory system is what? It is made up of kidney, right? What things do we have in human excretory system? So we have two kidneys, yes or no? If I talk about how much pairs of kidneys do you have, bachcho? So you are going to say that, sir, I am having one pair of kidney. And if I talk about the how much kidneys do you have? So you will say 2. Okay, so whenever you will be using pair, so write just take care that you are using 1. If you are using what? If you are using the word 2, which will be making you what? Which will be making to have 4 kidneys. So 4 kidney तो तुम्हारे पास नहीं हो सकता ना सर. अगर 4 किडनी होता तो 2 किडनी बेच के आईफोन और मैकबुक ले लेते. यस और नो? 1 second बच्चों, what happened? Clear? Okay, chalo. So how many pairs of kidneys do we have? We have what? We have 1 pair of kidney. We have 1 pair of kidney. Yes or no? Let me know in the comment section, bachcho, how many pairs of kidney do we have? We have 1 pair of kidney, right? Okay. Next what? Next is, do we have a urinary bladder? Do we have a urinary bladder? Yes. How many? Sir, 1. How many? 1 urinary bladder. 1 urinary bladder. Okay. कितना urinary bladder है बच्चों तुम्हारे पास? Only and only 1 urinary bladder. And then what do you have? We have 1 pair of uterus. 1 pair of ureter. 1 pair of ureter. What do we have? 1 pair of ureter. Uterus नहीं बच्चों, ureter. Okay. 1 pair of ureter. 1 pair of ureter. Okay. Next, do we have what? We have a single urethra. We have a single urethra. 1 single urethra. Okay. Yes or no? Clear. Now, forget about all the diagrams and whatever the diagrams is given in the NCERT. I'll be making your same kind of diagram here only. And I will teach you what types of parts are present, so you won't have any kind of difficulties in that. Okay, chalo. First of all, let's see here. Let's see here. So there is an organ. Kidney is what, bachcho? Kidney is an organ. Yes. So if kidney is an organ, so what happens? It will need blood. Blood flow चाहिए ना किडनी को. अगर एक किडनी ऑर्गन है बच्चों तो ब्लड फ्लो चाहिए. सो ब्लड लेके कौन आएगा? एन आर्टरी. Yes or no? Blood लेके कौन आएगा? An artery. Yes. But arteries is what? Arteries are originated from aorta, right? If I talk about the heart, so from the left ventricle, aorta is being released, right? Aorta is being going throughout the body. So we have what? Some aorta will go what? Some part of the aorta will go up, some will go down, right? And some part will go to our legs and abdomen area. So one type of aorta, which is what? Which is dorsal aorta. That aorta is going to come towards the kidney. Okay. That aorta is going to come towards the kidney. So I am making it with blue color. Okay. I am making it with blue color. So this is what? This is the dorsal aorta. Okay. This is, sorry, let's make it with red color बच्चों. Red color से बनाते हैं इसको, है ना? Let's make it with the red color. So this is what? This is the dorsal aorta, right? Okay. This is the dorsal aorta. Clear to everyone? Yes. Now, this dorsal aorta is what? From this dorsal aorta, a vein is opening, which is known as renal vein. Which is known as renal vein. Okay. Which is known as renal vein. What kind of vein it is? Renal vein. Okay. This one was what? This one was the dorsal aorta. This is the dorsal aorta. Okay. And aorta se what will be coming out? Vein will be coming out. Sorry, arteries will be coming out. So what kind of arteries are? This artery is going where? This artery is going to kidney. So let's name this artery as renal artery. Okay, let us name this artery as renal artery. Clear? Okay, now see. We have what? We have this kidney. We have this kidney. Yes. यहाँ पे क्या है हमारे पास? Kidney है. Yes or no? Okay, this is what? This is our kidney. Next, above the kidney we have what? We have a gland. Above the kidney we have a gland, and this gland is known as what, bachcho? This gland is known as adrenal gland. This gland is known as adrenal gland. Yes or no? This gland is known as adrenal gland. Clear? Okay. Yes. Chalo. Great. Now From this kidney, some things will all be coming out also. What things are? Number one is the vein. Number one will be the vein. So vein will come out. Yes, is that not visible? चलो मैं थोड़ा सा इधर हो जाता हूँ. Number one will be vein. So this vein is coming. See, this vein is coming out from the kidney, and it is what? It is being joined into the inferior vena cava. It is being joined into the inferior vena cava. Remember, superior vena cava, inferior vena cava. It opens where? It opens into the right atrium. Yes or no? So this is what? This is the inferior vena cava. Yes or no? This one is the inferior vena cava. Okay, would be surgeon. Very good. I'm just drawing the NCERT diagram only. Would be surgeon. मैं वही बना रहा हूँ. I have this NCERT. See बच्चों, I have the NCERT in front of me. मैं वही देख के बता रहा हूँ तुम्हें. Okay? ठीक है? In case of you will be having any confusion, tell me. ठीक है? कुछ भी confusion हो जाए मुझे बता देना. चलो, ठीक है? Okay. चलो. Okay. Same diagram I am making. Don't worry. So this will be what? This will be inferior vena cava. और ये कौन हो जाएगा? ये हो जाएगा renal vein. Yes or no? This will be renal vein. Clear to everyone? बच्चों, is it clear? Right? Great. Okay. Yes. Now see here. This will be what? From here, from the kidney, one thing will be coming. One is renal vein and the other one will be what? The other one will be the ureter. Yes or no? Okay, yes, one will be the renal vein and the other will be ureter. So this was what? This was the renal vein. ये क्या है बच्चों? This is the renal vein, and one thing will be again coming, which will be ureter. Yes or no? Ureter. Okay, this will be ureter. And if I talk about where it is gonna open, sir, it is going to open into the urinary bladder. It is going to open into the urinary bladder. Clear? Urinary bladder. Right? चलो, आई होप सो दिस मच इज क्लियर. अभी इधर वाला पार्ट में बताऊंगा, इधर वाला पार्ट में वापस से बताऊंगा. ओके, एनी डाउट्स एनीवेयर, लेट मी नो इन द कमेंट सेक्शन बच्चों. नाउ see here. So this and urinary bladder, from the urinary bladder what originates? From the urinary bladder what originates? Urethra. Clear? Okay, done. अब चलो, let us talk about the structure of kidney. Sir, this is very much confusing. What are medullary pyramids? What is this? What is cortex? What is medulla? Very much confused. Yes or no? Yes. So I'll make it very, very clear. See here. Whatever the organ you are studying, okay, whatever the organ you are studying, the outer part will be what? The outer part will be cortex. कोई भी organ, चाहे वो ovary हो, कुछ भी हो, ovary, brain, whatever, the outer part will be what? Outer part will be cortex. So let us divide this kidney in two parts first of all. Okay, suppose that this is your kidney. Suppose that this is your beautiful kidney, which you can use to sell buy iPhone. Yes or no? Suppose that this is your beautiful kidney, right? Now let us divide this kidney into two parts. Let us divide this kidney into two parts. One part will be what? One part will be the cortex. Bahar, which is what Bahar, sir? This is, right? Ye wala part. Idhar wala part is outside. So this will be known as what? This will be known as cortex. This will be known as cortex. See how you can remember. Cottage. We make cottage, right? We make cottage with wood and like in village cottage are made like this, only wood, bamboo and all these things. So कहाँ बनाते? घर के अंदर तो नहीं बनाओगे ना, घर के बाहर बनाओगे. So that is what? That is cortex. And inside we have what? Inside we have medulla. Inside we have medulla. Now this much is clear. This much is clear. Chalo. If this is clear, then this diagram will be very, very easy for you. Chalo. Let us make a diagram for the kidney. Let us understand the structure of kidney first. Okay, great. Now see, the outer part was known as what? The outer part was known as the cortex, right? Now see, this kidney is what? This kidney is a very precious organ. So the kidney will be what? Kidney will be covered by a layer which will be known as renal capsule. Which will be known as renal capsule. Okay, right? And this is what, this is the cortex area. Let's suppose this is the cortex area, right? चलो इतनी बातें समझ में आ गई. अब और चीजें समझते हैं, अब और कुछ चीजें समझते हैं. See here, inside here what? Inside here there are some structures like this. In medulla region, we have what? We have some finger-like projections like this. Okay, okay, ठीक है. One second, I'll make it in another manner. एक second बच्चों, एक second दे दो मुझे. चलो 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 चलो, 1 second. Let me change the color. ठीक है, चलो. So here what's happening? Here we have one pyramid-like structures we have. Okay, first of all, let's draw this. Some pyramids-like structure we have. Okay, yes or no? Some pyramids-like structure we have. And where it is present, sir? Is it present in the medulla or is it present in the cortex? This is what? This is present in the medulla, and that's why it is known as medullary pyramids. That's why it is known as medullary pyramids. Yes or no? But sir, one thing I can see that there are some structures here also, here also, here also, and here also, right? And can you see the part of cortex is coming in between? The part of cortex is coming between. So between two medullary pyramids, what do we have? We have some space, and thus this space is known as what? This space is known as columns of Bertini. This space is known as what? Columns of Bertini. Okay, columns of Bertini. Clear? Or you can also say it as renal columns. You can also say it as renal columns. Clear? Okay. Now see here. Everyone, is it clear? Everyone, is it clear? Any doubts anywhere? Okay, great. Now see here. After this is done, what we are going to check? We are going to check about the other structures. So this was what? This was the medullary pyramid, and this structure is known as what? This structure is known as the calyx. यहाँ पे हम क्या बोलेंगे? This one will be known as calyx. Yes or no? Yes or no? And from here, what kind of structures are coming out, sir? One is what? One is the renal artery. Sorry, one is the renal vein is coming out. Renal vein is coming out. And if I talk about the renal artery, so it is what? It is getting inside. Yes or no? Getting inside. So how many structures are coming out and how many structures are going out? So renal vein and ureter is moving out, while renal artery is coming out. Yes or no? I think so this much is clear to everyone, right? I think so this much is clear to everyone. So let us talk about what? Now let us talk about the features of kidney. Okay, let us talk about the properties of kidney. What is the weight of the kidney? What is the weight of the kidney, bachcho? Human kidney. Let's talk about the human kidney, right? What's the weight of kidney or shape of kidney, sir? The shape of kidney is what? It's a bean shape. It's just like the rajma shape, bean shape. Yes or no? Bean shape kidney we have, right? Okay, next what? Next, what's the color of kidney? The color of kidney is reddish brown. The color of kidney is reddish brown in color. Okay, yes or no? Yes, clear. Now if I talk about the renal capsule, it is covered with the renal capsule, right? It is covered with the renal capsule. So this renal capsule is made up of what kind of tissue? This renal capsule is made up of which kind of tissue? Anyone in the comment section, बच्चों, कौन सा tissue से ये बना है renal capsule? So this renal capsule is made up of fibrous connective tissue. It is made up of fibrous connective tissue. Okay, fibrous connective tissue. Renal capsule is made up of fibrous connective tissue, right? Okay. Now, what is the location? What is the location of our kidney? कहाँ present है sir? Location of our kidney. Anyone बच्चों in the comment section where this is present? Where this is present? So sir, it is what? It is present where? It is present between the vertebral columns, third which is last thoracic and what? Last thoracic and third lumbar. कहाँ कहाँ? Last thoracic vertebral column, last thoracic, last thoracic and third lumbar, and third lumbar के बीच में it is present. Yes or no? Last thoracic and third lumbar के बीच में this one is present. Clear? Now let's move on and let us talk about one thing. So we have also known, we have already said that read about the kidney, but so one term which is always says retroperitoneal. So what is the meaning of this retroperitoneal? Anyone in the comment section? बच्चों retroperitoneal का क्या मतलब होता? I'll show you. I'll see here. Suppose that this is your body. Suppose this is your body. Okay, everyone? This is your body, right? Now, the body, if suppose your kidney is attached here. Your kidney is attached here. And there is what? There is a layer which covers all of our organs. There is a layer which covers all of our organs. And that layer is known as what? Peritoneum. That layer is known as peritoneum. So here, the kidney is what? The kidney is covered by the peritoneum only in one side. The kidney is covered by the peritoneum only in one side, and one side it is what? It is attached with the dorsal wall, and one side it is attached with the dorsal wall. So such type of organs are known as retroperitoneal organs. Okay, clear to everyone? Yes, great. Now, what's the length of a kidney? What is the length of the kidney? So the length of the kidney is what? It is 10 to 12 centimeter. Okay, 10 to 12 centimeter, right? Now, if I talk about the width of kidney, so it is what? It is 5 to 7 centimeter. Width of kidney is 5 to 7 centimeter. So let me write here, this is length and this is width. Okay, clear? Great. Now, chalo. Let's move on and let's talk about some of the other things. So human kidney is made up of what, sir? Human kidney is made up of the nephrons. And if I talk about the nephrons, what are nephrons, sir? Nephrons are the structural and the functional unit of kidney. Obviously, we are going to learn nephrons in a very much detail. So right now, I am not telling about the nephrons. Let's complete about the ureter and urinary bladder, and after that, let's jump into the nephrons. Okay? Yes? Chalo. So what is ureter, bachcho? What is this ureter? This ureter is what? This ureter is what? It is an opening. It is a tube-like structure which is coming out from the kidney and opening where? It is opening into the urinary bladder. Yes or no? Yes or no? Okay. So I'll write here a tube-like structure, a tube coming from where? Coming from kidney, arising from kidney or coming from kidney, and opens where? Opens in the urinary bladder. Opens where? Opens in urinary bladder. Now see bachcho, this ureter doesn't open directly, doesn't open straight. It opens what? It opens obliquely. So suppose that this is the urinary bladder. Okay, this is the urinary bladder. So this ureter is opening like this, bachcho. The ureter is opening like this. Okay, why, sir? Why? To prevent the backflow also. Okay, to prevent the backflow. So how it is opening? It is opening obliquely. Obliquely. Okay, obliquely. Great, great. Chalo. Now, next what? Next what? We have the urinary bladder. Let us talk about the urinary bladder. So what's the function of urinary bladder, sir? The function of urinary bladder is to store urine. Suppose you just imagine that if you didn't have the urinary bladder, then what will happen? Drop by drop urine is being formed. Drop by drop urine is formed. So half of the time we will be in the washroom. Yes or no? Yes. So what's the function of urinary bladder? The function of urinary bladder is to temporarily store the urine. It's to temporarily store the urine. Yes or no? Temporarily store the urine. Store the urine. Clear? Okay. Now what happens? What happens about this urinary bladder? If we see the structure of this urinary bladder, so if I ask you one question, bacho, just a single question, from which cells this urinary bladder is made up of? From which cells this urinary bladder is made up of? So see here, internally, bacho, there is one cell, and the name of the cell is the transitional epithelium. Transitional epithelium. So internally, which type of cells are present here? Sir, the cell name is transitional epithelium. See, animal tissue has been removed from your syllabus, right? But they can still ask you questions from here. They can still ask like presence of where is transitional epithelium present, and you will be like, sir, animal tissue is removed. From where this question came? From here, they can ask these questions. Okay, so this is what transitional epithelium. So basically NTA has just done a scam. They have removed the animal tissue, but it's present in every chapter of human physiology, right? So we have to remember it. याद तो करना पड़ेगा. Transitional epithelium. Okay, yes. Now see what happens. This urinary bladder is what? Highly stretchable. This urinary bladder is what? Highly stretchable. Yes or no? Highly stretchable. But sir, कितना भी stretchable हो, एक दिन तो भरेगा. एक ना एक दिन तो बच्चों भरेगा. Yes. So when it get fills, so what happens? It gives the signal to the brain. When it get fills, so here we are having stretch receptors in the walls of urinary bladder. We are having stretch receptors. Okay, stretch receptors. And if I talk about the stretch receptors, what does they do? Whenever these are stretched, they send this signal to the brain. They send this signal to the brain, and brain in terms brain, when receives this signal, it gives the order to remove the urine from the urinary bladder, the process of micturition. Okay, so whenever the urinary bladder is stretched, what happens? Brain asks the urinary bladder to contract, and the urine moves outside the body, right? Okay, so next, one more thing, we have some of the things which are sphincters. So in this urinary bladder, we have two sphincters. One is what? One is located in the internal part. Okay, one is the internal sphincter. Let's see here, this is the internal sphincter. Okay, and one is what? One is located outside. So outside the urinary bladder, the outside sphincter is what? The outside sphincter is the voluntary. Okay, it is known as external sphincter. Basically दोनों ही थोड़े दूर के डिस्टेंस पे होते हैं. External sphincter and internal sphincter. Internal sphincter, I say internal, I say involuntary. You can't control it. So internal sphincter is what? Involuntary. And external sphincter, you can control it. बाहर की बात है तो बाहर की दुनिया को तुम कंट्रोल कर सकते हो. So external is what? Voluntary. Hello Zanab, how are you? External is what? External is voluntary. Clear to everyone? Any doubts? Yes or no? Chalo, great. So urinary bladder, sir, we have done. Now let us talk about during micturiation, during removal of urine. चलो ऐसा लिखते हैं. I won't use the heavy term. Let's see here. During removal of urine, what happens? What should happen? Sir, the urinary bladder should contract. Yes or no? Contraction in urinary bladder. Okay, contraction in urinary bladder should happen. Contraction in urinary bladder, right? And if I talk about the internal and external sphincters, so sir, sphincter should be what? Sphincter should be contract or relaxed. Sir, it should be relaxed. So don't get confused. When we remove the urine, when we are doing the process of micturiation, so what is happening? The urinary bladder is contracted. The urinary bladder is contracted, but the external sphincter muscles and the internal sphincter muscles are relaxed. See, normally what happens, the muscles are like this. They're circular muscles. The muscles are like this. So they are what? They are in contracted stage. Whenever they are relaxed, a hole is being made, and from this hole what happens? The urine can pass. Okay? Clear to everyone? Great, Shivesh. Great. Chalo. Chalo. Now let's move on. Let's move on and we talk about the urethra. Let's move on and let us talk about the urethra. What is urethra, sir? Urethra is basically what? If I talk about this diagram, if I talk about this diagram, so what happens? In urethra, from the urinary bladder, a small tube-like structure comes, and that tube-like structure is known as what? This tube-like structure is known as urethra. Can you see here? Can you see here? This tube-like structure is known as urethra. Clear? Yes. Hi, Shivesh. Hi, Shivesh. Chalo. So what is urethra, sir? If I talk about the urethra, urethra is what? Urethra is a tube-like structure. Urethra is tube-like structure which takes the urine from the urinary bladder. कहाँ से? Takes the urine कहाँ से? From urinary bladder to where? To outside the body. To outside the body. Yes or no? Outside the body. Now one thing I would like to make you understand is that in males and females, urethras are little bit different. Okay, in males and females, urethra are different. Okay, so see here. In males, if I talk about, suppose this is what? This is the urinary bladder. This is the urinary bladder. Okay, if I'm talking about the males. Okay, so from here what happens? The urethra enters into the penis. The urethra enters into the penis. Yes or no? Yes. And urethra serves what? Urethra serves the common passage for the flow of gametes and the urine. In males, it serves as common passage for sperm and urine. Okay, but this doesn't happen in females. This doesn't happen in females. In females, urethra is what? Urethra is small and it is only used for passing the urine. Urethra is small and only used for passing urine. Okay, used for passing urine. Clear to everyone? Any doubts anywhere? Great. Chalo. Okay. So small females may the urethra is small, used for passing urine. Now, sir, you might have we have heard about the UTI. We have heard about the urinary tract infection. How it happens? You might have also observed it whenever you go out and you use lots and lots of public toilets. So what happens? Sometimes we feel burning sensation, right? Sometimes we feel burning sensation. So these are the urinary tract infection, symptoms of urinary tract infection. UTI के जगह पे मैं UIT लिख दिया हूँ, देख रहे हो बच्चों? UTI, okay? UTI. So UTI is what? UTI is urinary tract infection. See, if I say that in males and females, okay, who is having higher chance of UTI? Who is having higher chance of UTI? Males are having the higher chance of UTI or females are having the higher chance of UTI? So sir, males are having the low chance of UTI. Why? Because of long ureter. Because of long ureter, and females are having high chance. What is this logic, sir? बड़ा ureter है तो infection chance होने के chances कैसे कम? See, if the ureter is long, so bacteria will be there, and bacteria will have to pass so long distance to reach the urinary bladder and the excretory system, right? But in case of females, the ureter is very small, so it can reach very fast and it can cause the infection. Clear? Yes, PW thunder. Yes, females may high chances. Clear? Chalo, great. Now let's talk about the passage of urine. Okay, कहाँ से यूरिन पास होता है? पैसेज ऑफ यूरिन. Okay, passage of urine. So tell me the passage. So first of all, sir, the nephrons. Okay, nephrons आएगा. Yes or no? 1 second बच्चों. From the nephrons, what will happen? From the nephrons, it will go to collecting duct. From the collecting duct से कहाँ जाएगा? Collecting duct से, let's talk about the renal pelvis. Okay, renal pelvis, and from the renal pelvis, ureters. Okay, ureters, and from the ureters to urinary bladder, and from the bladder to the urethra, and from the urethra to the outside the body. Yes or no? Yes. This is very important. They can ask the question like they can give the parts, and they can say that arrange the following in the correct sequence of passage of urine. Okay, this kind of question is a very favorite question for the NTA. Now let's move on and let us talk about the structure of nephron, which is very, very important. From here I'm going to tell you the counter current mechanism, urine formation, everything bachcho, it will be clear. Okay, chalo, structure of nephron. चलो ग्रेट. थोड़ा सा मैं पानी पी लूं क्या? तुम सारे लोग भी पानी पी लो. 1 second. Structure of nephron. Okay. Where is my pen? Yes. See, first of all, the major cup-like structure here we have what? Here we have the glomerulus. Yes or no? Or sorry, Bowman's capsule. I'll make it in another page. Wait 1 second. बड़ा सा बनाता हूँ, ठीक है? 1 second. चलो, let's make from here. This is what? This is the Bowman's capsule. Yes or no? Yes. Okay. Right. And from the Bowman's capsule, what is there? Sir, that nephrons are very coiled. So let's make the coiling. Okay. The first part which is coiled is what? The first part which is coiled is known as PCT. It is known as PCT. This is known as what? This cup-like structure is known as the Bowman's capsule. Okay. Bowman's capsule. Right. Okay. If I talk about the PCT, so PCT is what? Very coiled structure. And where this PCT opens, sir, this PCT give rise to our descending like structure, which is known as descending loop of Henle. Yes or no? Okay. Now it makes a loop like this. Which is known as loop of Henle. And then again आगे जाता है, and this structure is known as ascending loop of Henle. Okay, ascending loop of Henle. And then again it gets coiled, and now it is known as, ये कुछ ज़्यादा ही coiling नहीं बना दी मैंने, थोड़ा ढंग का बना दूँ, चलो. And then it is known as what? Then it is known as DCT. Yes or no? Then it is known as DCT, right? This is the structure of nephron. Now guys, if I ask you one thing, can we consider collecting duct in the nephron? Is collecting duct a part of nephron? Let me know. Is collecting duct part of nephron? Anyone in the comment section? Is collecting duct part of nephron बच्चों? क्या collecting duct nephron का part है? बताओ. Collecting duct is not a part of nephron. Very good, Shivesh. Collecting duct is not a part of nephron. Clear? Why it's not a part of nephron? Because lots of collecting duct is what? Collecting duct is a common duct for many nephrons, right? Collecting duct is a common part for many nephrons, so we don't consider it in the nephron part. Okay, that DCT, it opens where? It opens in the collecting duct. So lots and lots of nephrons is opening in the collecting duct, so we don't consider the collecting duct as a part of nephron. Okay, clear? So this is what? This is the collecting duct. Okay, कुछ हुआ क्या? No. Let's move on. Let's move on again. Chalo. So now what happens, sir? Now what happens, sir? If suppose I'm the next part, I'm making a diagram very simple. I'm ignoring all the convoluted things. Okay. So let me make a very simple diagram so that I can explain you things. This is what? This is the Bowman's capsule. This is the Bowman's capsule. Okay. Right. Now, and this is your PCT. Sir, if we talk about the nephrons, so nephrons are doing what? Nephrons are going to help us to purify the blood. So if they are purifying the blood, sir, so that means blood should be given. Blood should be given. Yes or no? If you're not giving the blood, then how they are gonna purify it? So what happens, sir? There is an artery. There is an artery which is coming and opening in the nephron area. Such type of artery is known as afferent arteriole. Okay. So this is what? This is the artery which is coming. This is the artery which is coming, and this is known as afferent arteriole. It's coming. Okay. It is coming. So it is known as the afferent. Aao, ajao, afferent. Okay. Afferent arteriole. This is known as the afferent arteriole. Why arteriole, sir? It is a small divisions of the arteries, that is arteriole. Now this afferent arteriole again divides. This afferent arterioles again divides and forms what? And forms a bunch of capillaries here. And forms a bunch of capillaries here. And this capillaries is known as what? This capillaries are known as what? Tuft of capillaries. Tuft of capillaries. Or this network is also known as Adarsh, I'll be using very normal English because this is an English channel. So if you are not able to understand, अगर तुमको कुछ समझ नहीं आना तो मुझे कमेंट में बताना, मैं इसको हिंदी में कन्वर्ट कर दूंगा. ठीक है आदर्श? ओके, चलो चलो. So afferent arteriole, it is coming, आ रहा है, it is coming, afferent arteriole. And this structure is known as what? Glomerulus. This structure is known as what? Glomerulus. Okay, glomerulus. That means what? Group of a tuft of guच्छा, capillaries का गुच्छा, tuft of capillaries are known as what? Known as what? Glomerulus. Clear? Okay, great, sir. Great. Now this artery has came, and it is what? It is being divided into the capillaries. These are what? Capillaries. Okay, and it has to go also. नहीं, यही तो नहीं बैठा रहेगा, जाएगा भी. तो जाने वाले को what we are saying? जाने वाले को we are saying exit. We are saying exit. So the ones who are going, we are saying exit. So it will be known as what? Efferent arteriole. Efferent arteriole. Okay, is this thing clear to everyone? Shivesh and Adarsh, is it clear? Chalo. This will be known as what? This will be known as efferent arteriole. Okay. Now see. The glomerulus and the Bowman's capsule. The yellow color is what? The yellow color is the glomerulus. The pink color or whatever this color is, pinky बोलते ना शायद इसको. This is what? Bowman's capsule. Bowman's capsule. Yes. So इन दोनों को हम क्या बोलेंगे? इन दोनों को हम बोलेंगे Malpighian bodies or renal corpuscles. The glomerulus and Bowman's capsule. The glomerulus and Bowman's capsule is known as Malpighian bodies. Now one thing, sir, is it Malpighian tubules present in the cockroach? No, bachcho, no, don't get confused. That is different thing. This is different thing. Okay, this is what? This is Malpighian bodies. Malpighian bodies. The another name for this is what? The another name for this is the renal capsule. The another name for this is the renal capsule. Yes, Sivesh. Renal capsule. Okay. Any doubts, bachcho? Any doubts in this thing? Any doubts in this thing? No. Great. Should I move forward? Should I move forward? Chalo. Let's move on. Let's move on, bachcho. Now, if I talk about the Bowman's capsule. So Bowman's capsule is what? Bowman's capsule में क्या क्या हो रहा है? Bowman's capsule में क्या हो रहा है बताओ? Bowman's capsule में एक artery आ रही है sir. One artery is coming. Afferent arteriole is coming. वो डिवाइड हो रहा है बहुत सारे कैपिलरीज में, कैपिलरीज का गुच्छा बनाया और वो भाग गया, और वो भाग गया. यस और नो? दिस इज व्हाट इट इज हैपनिंग, राइट? चलो, ग्रेट. Now let's move on and let's talk about some other things. Let's talk about some other things. Okay? Chalo. 1 second, bachcho, 1 second. Okay. Now, if I talk about the Bowman's capsule, if I talk about the Bowman's capsule, so in Bowman's capsule, in the inner side, we have some specialized cell which is known as podocytes, which is known as podocytes. We have what? We have specialized cell which is known as podocytes. Now, what does this podocytes do? What does this podocytes do? So, between these podocytes, we have a very small pores. We have very small pores, and from these pores only filtration takes place. From these pores only filtration takes place. So can I say that podocytes helps in filtration? Podocytes helps in filtration, yes or no? Podocytes helps in filtration. Clear? Okay, great. Any doubts anywhere? Any doubts anywhere? Chalo. Now, let us talk about some other things. Let's talk about the other things. Okay? 1 second. Just a second, bachcho. Just a second. Acha, what is the length of nephron? What is the length of nephron? So, sir, the length of nephron is approximately 3 centimeter. Okay? The length of nephron is an approximately 3 centimeter. Clear? Okay. Great. Now see, let's talk about the PCT. We have talked about the Bowman's capsule. We discussed about the Malpighian body. Now let's talk about the PCT. So PCT is what? PCT is the proximal convoluted tubule. Okay. PCT is what? PCT is proximal convoluted tubule. Right? Okay. Yes or no? Yes. So यहाँ पे कौन सा cell present है? In this, the cell which is present in cuboidal brush bordered. Which type of cell is there? Cuboidal brush border. Okay? Cuboidal brush border cell is present. Right? Okay? Next, what, sir? What does it do? See, PCT में what is going to happen? Lots and lots of absorption, reabsorption. So what does do? Increases the surface area. क्या करता है ये? Increases the surface area. Okay? Increases the surface area. Clear to everyone? What does this do? Increases the surface area. Okay? Chalo. Now, let's talk about the loop of Henle. The next part is the loop of Henle. What does this loop of Henle do, sir? This loop of Henle is again divided into two parts. One is the descending loop and one is the ascending loop. So let me write here loop of Henle. Loop of Henle. So sir, this loop of Henle is divided into two parts. One is what? One is the ascending. One is the ascending and the other one is the descending. Right? Descending. So let's see here. First of all, let's talk about the descending. ना पहले descending के बारे में बात करते फिर ascending के बारे में बात करेंगे. So let me choose a color. So first of all, let's talk about a descending. Descending. Alright. What is descending loop? देखो तो. See here बच्चों. अभी बनाया था हम लोगों ने. कहाँ गया? किधर गया? किधर गया? किधर गया? किधर गया? देखो. This was what? This was the loop of Henle and this was the descending loop and this was the ascending loop. Right? Okay. Chalo. Now, let's talk about the descending loop. So in descending loop, what happens? In descending loop, what happens? It is what? It is also lined by simple cuboidal epithelium. Lined by simple cuboidal epithelium. Okay? Simple cuboidal है यहाँ पे. Right? And if I talk about the ascending also, so sir, ascending also contains what kind of cells? Simple cuboidal. Simple cuboidal. Okay, clear? Now we saw PCT contains सबसे पहले Bowman's capsule contains the podocytes, PCT brush bordered, and loop of Henle contains what? Loop of Henle contains the simple squamous. Okay, clear to everyone? Now here we have the another one which is known as DCT बच्चों. So in DCT which type of cells are present? In DCT we have the cuboidal epithelium. Cuboidal epithelium. Okay, cuboidal epithelium. So याद हो गया क्या? Podocytes in Bowman's capsule. Podocytes in Bowman's capsule. Next what? Next in PCT, what it's present? Brush bordered, loop of Henle, simple cuboidal, loop of Henle, simple cuboidal, and DCT cuboidal epithelium. DCT cuboidal epithelium. Clear to everyone? Clear to everyone? Chalo, great, great. Now see, sir, the nephrons are of two types. Nephrons are of two types. We saw that kidney can be divided into cortex and medulla region. Yes or no? We saw kidney can be divided into two regions. How, sir? बाहर वाला को cortex we were saying. बाहर वाला को we were saying cortex, and inside we were saying what? Inside we were saying the medulla. Right? बाहर वाला is cortex and inside was medulla. So let's see here. Let's make the structure again. So this part is known as what? This part is, let's suppose, the cortex. Right? This part is the cortex. And in the medulla we have what? Medullary pyramids. Yes or no? In the medulla we have medullary pyramids, right? So let me make the medullary pyramids. Okay, let me make the medullary pyramids. Now some of the what happens, some of the part of the nephrons are present in the cortex, while some of the parts of the nephron is present in the medulla. Okay, so see here, if I make this structure like this, कौन सा कलर लूं? कौन सा कलर लूं बच्चों बताओ? चलो ग्रीन ले लेता हूं. Okay, so this part which is Bowman's capsule, PCT are present in the cortex, and the loop of Henle is present where? Loop of Henle is present in the medulla region. Loop of Henle is present in the medulla region. Again, DCT is present in the present in the cortex. So I can say that we have what? We have nephrons are present in two regions, cortex and medulla. Cortex and medulla. So in cortex, what part? In cortex, what part of nephrons are present? PCT, DCT, Bowman's capsule. Okay. In cortex, we have Bowman's capsule. In cortex, we have Bowman's capsule. In next we have what? उसके बाद क्या? PCT, and next we have what? DCT, right? We have Bowman's capsule, we have PCT, and we have DCT. Yes or no? Yes. And if I talk about the medulla, bachcho, if I talk about the medulla, so in medulla, what kind of structure is present? In medulla, we have what? We have the loop of Henle. Loop of Henle. Okay. In medulla, what is present? Loop of Henle. Clear to everyone? Clear to everyone? Yes or no? Yes? Okay. Chalo. Great. Great. Now again there are two types of nephrons. एक तो we have said that normally what happens? Normally cortex के region में Bowman's capsule, PCT and DCT is present, and medulla के region में what are present? In medulla region, loop of Henle is present. But there is another type of nephrons, some other types of nephrons which are known as cortical nephrons and juxtamedullary nephrons. Okay, see here, cortical, this is what? This is the normally it happens like PCT, DCT are present outside, and loop of Henle is inside the medulla. Okay, chalo. Now on the basis of like where this PCT, DCT, is it Bowman's capsule, PCT and DCT are present very far from the medulla or very near to the medulla? On that basis, we have two types of nephrons. One is the cortical nephron and the other one is the juxtaglomerulus nephron. Okay, see here. So we have cortical nephrons cortical nephrons, and the next one is what? Next one is the juxtamedullary nephrons. Juxtamedullary nephrons. Okay, chalo. So if I talk about the cortical nephrons, in cortical nephrons it is more type. 85% of the total nephrons are cortical nephrons. So in our kidney, what kind of nephrons are present in a more amount? So sir, cortical nephrons are present in the more amount. If I talk about the juxtaglomerulus nephron, so it is what? It is 15% only. It is 50% only. Clear to everyone? Yes or no? It is 50% only. Chalo. Now, here what happens na? Here what happens? The Malpighian bodies or the renal corpuscles are located very close to kidney. Okay, are located close to kidney. Renal bodies or Malpighian bodies. Let me write here Malpighian corpuscles only. Sorry. Let me write here Malpighian corpuscles. Okay, so that you won't get confused. Malpighian corpuscles are present where? Are present very close to the kidney surface. Okay, they are present very close to the kidney surface. Close to kidney surface. Okay, kidney surface. So what does this mean, sir? Can you explain this? Yes, definitely. So suppose this is the kidney and they are present very close here. Okay, very close here. That means very far from the medulla. Okay, now this juxtamedullary nephrons, in this what happens? Malpighian corpuscles present where? It is present at the junction of the cortex and medulla, present at the junction of cortex and medulla, present at the junction of cortex and medulla. Clear? Present at the junction of cortex and medulla. Clear to everyone? Chalo, great. Now see here, if I talk about the loop of Henle, so very small part enters the medulla. Okay, if I talk about the loop of Henle, so here what happens? Small part of loop of Henle, small part of loop of Henle is present. Small part of loop of Henle is present in where? In medulla. Okay, बहुत ही छोटा सा part is present in medulla. But if I talk about the juxtamedullary nephrons, so what happens? A very long part is present. Loop of Henle undergoes what? It is present maximally in the medulla region only. So I will say long part of loop of Henle goes into where? Goes into the medulla. Small, very long part of loop of Henle goes into the medulla. Clear? Okay, chalo, great. Now, here in cortical nephrons, what is happening? See, what happens now? Parallelly, what happens with the nephrons? Parallelly with the nephrons, these structure, one second, parallelly with the nephrons, veins also moves. Okay, veins also moves. So that veins, blood vessels are known as vasa recta. We will draw it perfectly. बस अभी के लिए मैं बता रहा हूँ, अभी के लिए 2 मिनट के लिए तुम याद कर लो, फिर after this I'll going to explain the vasa recta. Okay, so here in cortical nephrons, vasa recta is absent. Vasa recta is absent. Okay, देख रहे हो, I'm saying absent and I'm writing present. Vasa recta is absent. And if I talk about the juxtaglomerulus nephron, so vasa recta is present. Okay, vasa recta is present. Clear to everyone? Vasa recta is present, very much developed. Okay, chalo. Now let's talk about the kidney functions. Okay, now let us talk about the kidney functions. Chalo. So, mechanism of urine formation, right? Let's see how does the urine formation takes place. Mechanism of urine formation. How this urine is formed? Mechanism of urine formation. Okay? Urine formation. Clear? Sorry. So, bachcho, 3 steps of urine formations are there. How many steps? 3 steps of urine formation. Let's see. First one is what? First one is ultrafiltration. Suppose that this is our nephron. Okay? This is our nephron. So the first part which will be happening here. Podocytes were present, yes or no? Podocytes were present, and between the podocytes we have what? We have very minute pores, and these minute pores will allow what? Will allow the transfer of some of the molecules, okay, like glucose and all of those things. But see what happens, RBC and proteins doesn't move out. So this step, yahi pe kya hota hai? Ultrafiltration, okay. Yahi pe kya ho raha hai? Ultrafiltration, okay. Clear to everyone? Yes or no? Here only what is happening? Ultrafiltration is happening. Next what? There are lots and lots of things are absorbed, like glucose, water, lots and lots of water, lots and lots of glucose. So next, ये सारी चीजें will not be thrown out of our body, right? So what happens in PCT, some of the selective reabsorption takes place. So I can write here, second step is selective tubular reabsorption. Second step is what? Reabsorption, selective reabsorption, okay. It doesn't mean that कि सब कोई को reabsorb करना. Some parts, some molecules, some ions will be reabsorbed. The important ones will be reabsorbed. So selective reabsorption. Okay. Selective reabsorption. And the third step is what? The third step is tubular secretion. If suppose something is left by the body, कुछ waste materials छूट गए, तो वापस से वो क्या ट्यूब में secrete करेंगे. So it is known as tubular secretion. Third step will be tubular secretion. Okay. Clear to everyone? So urine formation involves what, sir? Urine formation involves the 3 steps. What kind of 3 steps? One, we have the ultrafiltration. Filtration. Second, we have the selective reabsorption. And the third, we will have the tubular secretion. Okay? Clear to everyone? Chalo. Great. Let's move on now. So this was the basic steps of the filtration, and then let us talk about all of the steps in much detailed manner. Okay, let's talk about all of these steps in a detailed manner. So now, 1 second, bachcho. 1 second. I'll drink water. Till then, you also can have a very microsecond break. Chalo, let's get back. Let's get back here. See, I'll be making a diagram, and with the help of this diagram, I'm going to make you understand everything. Okay, I'm gonna make you understand everything here. Chalo. So this is what? This is the glomerular Bowman's capsule. Okay, this is the Bowman's capsule, and where it is present, sir? It is present in the cortex region. Where it is present? It is present in the cortex region. Okay, clear. Now then, what we have? We have the PCT. Yes, we have the PCT, and after this PCT, what do we have? We have the loop of Henle. Okay, we have the loop of Henle. Yes or no? And after this loop of Henle, what do we have? We have DCT. We have DCT, yes or no? Right? So when we have PCT, this is PCT, this is DCT, and then we have what? Then we have the loop of Henle. Okay? Loop of Henle. Clear to everyone? Clear to everyone, yes or no? Yes. Okay, great. Now, in first step, what is happening? In first step, ultrafiltration has happened. Ultrafiltration has happened, yes or no? So, in ultrafiltration, sir, lots and lots of things were absorbed. In ultrafiltration, lots and lots of things were absorbed. Important things, bachcho, like glucose. Lots and lots of glucose were absorbed. Lots and lots of sodium ions, NaCl was absorbed. Lots and lots of potassium ions were absorbed. So these kind of things, what? These kind of things are what? They are very essential for our body. Yes or no? These kind of things are very, very essential for our body. That means the body doesn't want to remove this. The body doesn't want to reduce this. Okay? Remove this. So what is going to happen here? What is going to happen here? It is going to reabsorb it. It is going to reabsorb it. From where it is going to reabsorb? From where it is going to reabsorb? From the PCT. Okay? From the PCT. क्या क्या reabsorb होगा? NaCl will be reabsorbed. NaCl will be reabsorbed. What will be reabsorbed? H2O will be reabsorbed. Okay? And what, sir? Potassium ions will also be reabsorbed. Okay? कहाँ reabsorb हो रहा है? In the blood. Where it is being reabsorbed? In the blood. Clear to everyone? Yes or no? Any doubts? Any doubts? Let me know in the comment section. Any doubts in the comment section? बताना एक बार मुझे if you have any doubts. No doubts? Okay, chalo. Chalo, let's move on then. Let's move on. Now see, there are lots and lots of nutrients also which has been moved inside the ultrafiltration. Easy explanation if I talk about the animal kingdom. If you don't know about the relations and how the animals have been involved, then how you are going to study human physiology in the MBBS? सब चीज़ों की basics requirement होती है, right? And you should know that how the things have been developed. It is very useful in MBBS, right? So you need to stop thinking about the syllabus and start studying, right? Easy explanation? Yes or no? Stop cursing the syllabus. Whatever we have in the syllabus, we have to study. We can't do anything. Right? Yes or no? Chalo. So we have what? We have this PCT. In PCT, NaCl, K positive and H2O has been reabsorbed. Right? Okay. Sir, if I talk about the loop of Henle, if I talk about this loop of Henle is known as what? Ascending or descending, bachcho? Is it ascending or descending? This loop of Henle is what? Descending. This is descending. Yes or no? Descending loop of Henle. And if I talk about the descending loop of Henle, then what? Then this is permeable to water. This is permeable to water. So from here, water will be removed. Okay. From here, water will be removed. Clear to everyone? Yes or no? From here, water will be removed. But if I talk about the, ascending loop of Henle, if I talk about the ascending loop of Henle, so what is this ascending loop of Henle, bachcho? In the ascending loop of Henle, this loop is what? It is impermeable to water. It is impermeable to water. So what happens? This is what? This, from this NaCl is reabsorbed. Water तो बाहर नहीं निकाल सकते हम. क्या निकाल सकते हैं यहाँ से? NaCl निकाल सकते हैं. Okay, so we are removing the NaCl, बच्चों. Okay, great, great. Now one more thing. 1 second, बच्चों, क्या हो गया? Just a second. Just a second, guys. Just 1 second. Yes, now I think so everything is fine. I can write. Yes, now I can write. Chalo. Just a second, bachcho. Something happened. 1 second. Yes, chalo, chalo. Now I'm back. Now, sir, in DCT, what is happening? In DCT, let's suppose PCT ने क्या किया? PCT ने आंख बंद करके सारा बहुत ज़्यादा NaCl निकाल लिया, बहुत ज़्यादा K पॉजिटिव वापस भेज दिया, बहुत ज़्यादा वाटर वापस भेज दिया. But if suppose what? If suppose there are some things which has to be reabsorbed, the some things which has to be reabsorbed. So what will happen? A signal will come from ADH, a signal will come that antidiuretic hormone will be released, and there will be a signal coming, and with the help, when this is active, what is happening? More water is what? More water is being reabsorbed. More NaCl is being reabsorbed. Okay, yes or no? If the signal is coming, if this ADH system is active, then more water will be reabsorbed, more NaCl will be reabsorbed. Yes or no? Yes. And from the blood, what is happening? Some K positive is being sent here, ammonia is being sent here. Okay, ये सारी चीजें ब्लड में डाली भी जा रही है. Clear to everyone? Any doubts? Any doubts anywhere? Chalo, great. Now let's move on. From this DCT, what we will be taking? This DCT will be opening in the collecting duct. Yes or no? This DCT will be opening in the collecting duct. And if I talk about the collecting duct, so from the collecting duct, some amount of urea is reabsorbed. Sir, urea तो हम निकालते थे ना? Sir, we were removing the urea. Yes or no? But why we are reabsorbing it? To maintain the osmolarity. This you will be able to, I will be clearing in few minutes. Okay, this I will be clearing in few minutes. This much is clear to everyone? Yes or no? Why we are reabsorbing the urea? I'll tell you in few minutes. Okay, chalo. Now see here, if I talk about the glucose, if I talk about the glucose, see, if I talk about the PCT, so in PCT many things have been what? Many things have been reabsorbed. What things are? Sir, glucose is reabsorbed. So one more thing which is reabsorbed is what? Amino acids. Various types of amino acids are reabsorbed. ये सारा क्या हो रहा था? ये गलती से यूरिन में चला गया था. That means what? This has to be reabsorbed. Glucose, amino acids, and what? Glucose, amino acids, some fatty acids, they all are what? They all are completely reabsorbed. वापस से कहाँ ले आया जाता है इनको? वापस से ब्लड में भेज दिया जाता. That means completely reabsorbed. Okay, completely reabsorbed. Clear to everyone? Yes or no? Yes or no? Yes. Chalo, great. Now what? Now sir, what? The ultrafiltration step has made a mistake. That means to reverse the mistake, we need energy. So all of these things are absorbed by active transport. Okay, active transport. That means energy is being used. Okay, while there is what? There is some water and chlorine. There is some water and chlorine ions. Water and chlorine ions are also reabsorbed, but they are reabsorbed passively. Okay, wherever water is there, whatever will be reabsorbed passively. Okay, now here water will be reabsorbed in maximum. Reabsorption in PCT will be maximum. PCT क्या करेगा? Maximum reabsorption will do maximum reabsorption. Okay, will do maximum reabsorption. Clear to everyone? Maximum reabsorption. Okay, chalo. Next we have the Henle's loop. Let's talk about the Henle's loop or loop of Henle. You say it as Henle's loop or loop of Henle. Both are the same thing. Yes or no? Yes. Okay, chalo. Now Henle's loop is consisting of two parts. One is the ascending and the one is the descending. So which one is ascending? This one is descending, bachcho. Descending. And this one is what? This one is the ascending. Yes, this one is the descending. नीचे जा रहा है ना, blood कहाँ जाएगा? नीचे जाएगा. So this will be known as descending and this will be known as ascending. Clear? Okay. Chalo. Now, so reabsorption in the ascending loop is what? It is minimum. Minimum reabsorption. Minimum reabsorption. Okay. बहुत कम. यहाँ पे reabsorption समझो होता ही नहीं है. यहाँ पे reabsorption होता ही नहीं. Clear to everyone? Now, descending loop is what? Descending loop is permeable to water. Permeable to water. Permeable to water but impermeable to salt. But impermeable to salt. Okay. Impermeable to salt. सॉल्ट को ये अलाउ नहीं करेगा आने. सॉल्ट को अलाउ नहीं करेगा. पानी जितना निकाल लो इससे, salt will not be allowed. While if I talk about the ascending loop, descending loop, while if I talk about the one second bachcho, one second. Yes, now if I talk about what? If I talk about the ascending loop, so here it is what? It is impermeable to water. This one is impermeable to water. Okay, so नीचे जाएंगे तो पानी निकालते हुए जाएंगे, ऊपर लाएंगे तो सॉल्ट निकालते हुए जाएंगे. नीचे जा रहे हो तो पानी निकालते हुए जा रहे हो, ऊपर जा रहे हो तो सॉल्ट निकालते हुए जा रहे हो. यस और नो बच्चों? यस और नो? ओके, ग्रेट. चलो, नाउ लेट्स मूव ऑन बच्चों. Just a second. Few more. Within a half an hour, we can complete this chapter now. Almost everything is done. Almost basic things are done. After this, we can complete this chapter. Okay? Chalo. This much is clear. This much is clear to everyone. Yes or no? Okay. Great. Now we have DCT. So what is DCT? In DCT, what is things happening? Conditional reabsorption. In DCT, what is happening, bachcho? Conditional reabsorption. That means DCT in normal condition doesn't do this. In normal condition, it doesn't do this. But when ADH mechanism is active, then it absorbs Na positive and water. When ADH mechanism is active. Now, what is this ADH mechanism? Again, we will see it. Now, from DCT also, HCO3 negative is also absorbed. H3O negative is also absorbed in DCT. Okay, absorbed from DCT. Clear? HCO3 negative is also absorbed from DCT. Clear? Chalo. Next, we have what? We have the collecting duct. Okay. In collecting duct, guys, what is happening? What reabsorption is being taking place in collecting duct? So in collecting duct, what is happening? Again, water will be absorbed. Okay. Yes or no? And what is going to happen? Urea will be absorbed. Very small amount of urea. Okay. Very small amount of urea will be absorbed. Okay. Chalo. Is this clear? Bachcho? See, this was what? Reabsorption. Now, the third step of urine formation is what? It is tubular secretion. Okay. Tubular secretion. Now, see here, what is going to happen? During urine formation, now what happens? Some of the things are see, ultrafiltration has been done. Okay, Many of the things has been reached to the PCT and DCT, but some of the things are still lagging behind. So उन चीजों को ब्लड से हम डायरेक्टली पीसीटी में भेज देते, या तो डीसीटी में भेज दो, या तो लूप ऑफ हेनले में भेज दो. राइट? तो कौन कौन सी चीज कहाँ हम वापस भेजते, लेट्स डिस्कस दैट. Let us discuss that. Okay, chalo. So this is what, this is an active process basically. This is what, this is an active process. Generally कैसा process है ये? It is an active process, right? Now see, if I talk about the PCT, if I talk about the PCT, so बच्चों in PCT what happens? Suppose this is your Bowman's capsule, okay? This is the loop PCT, and this is the loop of Henle, yes, and this is your DCT, and this is your collecting duct. Okay, so see here, now in PCT what happens? In PCT H positive will be reabsorbed, H positive will be reabsorbed. Okay, next what, sir? Next NH3 will be reabsorbed, ammonia will be reabsorbed, and then what? Sir? From the blood we will also say, we will also send K positive. They are what? They are, we are sending them, we are again sending them. यहाँ पे तो ये अंदर घुसे ही है, यहाँ से तो ये अंदर घुसे, लेकिन और भी कुछ कुछ हमें रह गए थे, वो सारी चीजें हम वापस से पीसीटी के थ्रू अंदर घुसा दे रहे, राइट? ओके, clear. And there is some more kind of things like uric acid, creatinine, and hippuric acid. All these things are what? All these things are reabsorbed, are secreted in the tubules. Okay, chalo, great. Now what, sir? Now here also in DCT also, if we can say in DCT also H positive, NH3 and K positive are secreted, Clear to everyone? Yes or no? Yes, any doubts anywhere? Any doubts anywhere, bachcho? Let me know in the comment section. Chalo. Now let's move on and let us talk about the mechanism of concentration of urine. So now what we have got? We have got what? We have got the urine. हमने क्या किया? We have the glomerulus. We had the glomerulus, right? From the glomerulus what happened? Ultrafiltration happened. From the ultrafiltration what happened after that? Selectively reabsorption. We have reabsorbed the useful things, and the ones which has been left we have again sent it to the PCT or DCT, right? And then finally what we are having the urine. We are having the urine. Clear? Okay. Now sir, now how this, see basically what happens na, basically urine is very concentrated, very concentrated, but हम जब बात करते हैं यूरिन फॉर्मेशन की, so 99% of the water is reabsorbed. So how this is happening? Let us see. Mechanism of concentration of the urine, also known as counter current, okay? So check here, counter current. After counter current we will be having the that RAS mechanism, and after the RAS mechanism this class will be over. So let's talk about the counter current, bachcho. A very easy peasy topic, lekin what we think is that this is very hard, but I'll very much summarize it and will present in front of you. See, counter current means what? Let's suppose that you are saying that, sir, we all belongs to mammals, and then I am saying that no, we don't belongs to mammals. So I am countering, I am giving a counter you. I am countering you. Let's suppose you are saying that, sir, Mumbai is in India, and I am saying that no, Mumbai is not in India, it is somewhere in China, let's suppose. So I am contradicting you. You are going this side, so I am coming this side. So this is what? This is the word counter. Yes? Okay. Chalo. Now, we have what? We have this glomerulus. Okay? We have, give me 10 minutes and it will be clear to you. We have this glomerulus. Okay? Glomerulus, Bowman's capsule, right? From here what, sir? From here we have the PCT. Yes, we know this. From the PCT, we are having what? We have the descending loop of Henle. And then we have what? We have the ascending loop of Henle. Yes or no? From the ascending loop of Henle, we have what? We have the DCT, right? And then this opens where? This opens to the collecting duct. This much so we know, sir. This much we to know, sir. Now see here what happens in the glomerulus. Afferent artery is coming, right? So इस arteries को बनाते हैं. Yes or no? This afferent artery is coming, and it is what? It is making lots and lots of capillaries, and then it is going, okay, right? And can you see this capillary basically what? This capillary runs parallel to the vasa this capillary runs parallel to our this thing, nephrons, okay? Yes or no? चलो मैं बताता हूँ, just one second, just a second बच्चों. See here, okay? So this is what, this is coming here, this is coming here, right? Okay, this is coming here, and what? Now what? This is what? This is making the veins. This is making the veins. Okay, this is making the veins. यहाँ से ये क्या बन रहे? ऐसे मिलके they are opening into a veins. Yes or no? They are opening into a veins, right? Okay. See here, I'll make a clear diagram once again. A very simple diagram I'll make so that you will be able to understand. This is what? This is the Bowman's capsule. Okay. This is the PCT. Yes or no? This is the loop of Henle. Okay. And this is the DCT. Right? And this one we have the collecting duct. Okay. Chalo. This much is clear? Yes sir, this much is clear. Now let's see the magic. Here from here what's happening? Vasa recta is coming. Sorry. Afferent arteriole is coming. Capillaries is being made. Yes. And then here. Right? Now, it is moving parallel to the DCT. It is moving parallel to the DCT and loop and ascending loop of Henle. And then what is it? It is making a vein. It is making a vein. Okay. From here, it is making a vein and it is opening into the renal vein. Okay. Clear? Right. Sir, here what's happening? The blood is moving this side, and this side. But can you see, bachcho? Can you see in DCT, the things are moving like this? Can you see the counter current here? Can you see the counter mechanism here? Can you see? See, one is going up and one is going down. This is what? This is the counter mechanism. And अब इससे क्या होता है वो हम चेक करते हैं. इससे होता क्या है वो हम चेक करते हैं. Okay? चलो. Now see. Why this is made? Sir, this is made so that our urine can be concentrated, right? Chalo, see here. So this is again the glomerulus. थोड़ा सा diagram ज़्यादा बनाऊंगा, tension मतलब. This is the glomerulus. When the blood is entering inside the glomerulus, okay? When the blood is entering inside the glomerulus and it is going to the PCT, so the osmolarity of the blood is 300. The osmolarity of the blood is 300. Okay, right? Yes. Normally also blood have what? Normally also the blood have 300 osmolarity. Okay. Normally also the blood is having 300 osmolarity. Clear? Okay. Great, sir. Now this part is present where? This part is present in the cortex. इतना part कहाँ present है बच्चों? This part is present in the cortex. Right? This part is present in the cortex and this part, let's suppose, is the medulla part, right? Okay, this one is the medulla part. So now see, we discussed that PCT was outside. Now ये क्या हो गया हमारे पास? PCT, ये वाला portion PCT. This is what? This is the ascending loop of Henle. Now बच्चों, in the ascending loop of Henle, what happens? In the ascending loop of Henle, in the descending loop of Henle, this is what? This is the descending loop of Henle. Descending loop of Henle. So in descending loop of Henle, what happens, sir? Water is absorbed, right? Yes or no? Water is reabsorbed. So now see, there is a solution and in that solution you are absorbing the water. So what will happen? The osmolarity will increase, the concentration will increase. So it goes to what? It goes to 400. Okay, it goes to 400 to 600 to 1200. In the loop I can say it is what? It is 1200. Maximum it is what? 1200. So क्या हो रहा है यहाँ पे? See, normal it was 300. 4 times the concentration has been increased. 4 times the concentration has been increased. Yes or no? Yes or no? Clear to everyone? Clear? Okay, great, great. Now see here. Now see here. Now see here what's happening. यहाँ से we have the what? Ascending loop of Henle. We have what? We have the ascending loop of Henle. Now see, the ascending loop of Henle is what? The ascending loop of Henle is impermeable to water. Okay? It is what? It is impermeable to water. Clear to everyone? So, what is happening here? What is happening here? NaCl is being released. Here, from here, NaCl is being released. Okay? Now see, earlier what we were doing? Earlier, water was being reabsorbed here. यहाँ से water reabsorb हो रहा था और concentration came back to 1200, right? And now what's happening? Now we are removing the NaCl. So concentration will what? It will decrease. So from 1200 to 900, from 900 to it will go again 400, and finally in DCT it will be what? It will be again 300. Yes or no? It will be again 300, right? And what is going to happen? What is going to happen? From here also the water will be released. From here also water and NaCl will be released, and the osmolarity will what? And the osmolarity will decrease to 200. Okay, osmolarity will decrease to 200. Now say, if the osmolarity has been decreased to 200, what is going to happen? What is going to happen here? See, this was the part of the nephron. ये nephron में हो रहा था. हमने देखा कि यहाँ पे vasa recta भी तो है sir. At this point, we have the vasa recta also. Yes or no? And between the vasa recta, what is there? Between the vasa recta, there is some space. Okay? Yes or no? There is some space. Clear? Chalo. Now what happens? In this vasa recta, we are having what? We are having the higher osmolarity. So vasa recta से क्या होगा? Vasa recta से क्या होगा बताओ बच्चों? What will happen with vasa recta? यहाँ पे osmolarity 1200 है. यहाँ पे osmolarity 1200 है. So vasa recta से क्या होगा? पानी will move. Yes or no? Water will move. Yes or no? Yes. Clear? In a similar manner, when the NaCl is being removed here, is being moved here also what will happen? Through the collecting duct, what will happen? Water will be removed. Yes or no? We are what? We are making the concentration high here. So now the urine will be concentrated. Clear to everyone? Now the urine will be concentrated. Okay? Chalo. Great. I hope that this is totally understandable to each and every one of you. Yes or no? बताना मुझे एक बार. Clear? Okay. Great बच्चों, great. Now let us talk about the RAS mechanism. Okay? Let us talk about the RAS mechanism, which is RAAS. Okay? This is known as RAS mechanism. Renin angiotensinogen aldosterone mechanism. This is what? This is renin angiotensinogen RAS mechanism. Okay? Chalo. Dekho. It is what? What is this, sir? Sir, this RAS mechanism is basically, when does it gets activated? ये कब activate होता है? देखो. This is activated when the blood volume is low. When the blood volume is low, okay, then it is activated. It is activated when the blood pressure is low. When the blood pressure is low. This is activated when level of sodium ions in blood is low. Blood sodium ions is low. And what, sir? It is also activated when glomerular filtrate rate is low. That means the rate of filtration of the kidney is low. Okay? Chalo. This much is clear. Now when this is low, what happens? There are some cells there are some cells present in what? In the juxt see, I'll show you, I will show you. चलो मैं बता ही देता हूँ. देखो, this is what? This is the Bowman's capsule. This is what? This is the Bowman's capsule, yes or no? Let me know. This is a Bowman's capsule, right? Here what happens? Here what happens? This is the afferent arteriole, okay? From here, the afferent arteriole is coming, right? And some of the cells of this afferent arteriole is having what? Is modified into the GJ cells, juxtaglomerulus cells, okay? GJ cells, and such type of cells now have become endocrine in nature, and they secrete renin. They secrete renin. Remember, R-E-N-I-N, renin, not R-E-N-N-I-N, okay? R-E-N-I-N. R-E-N-N-I-N is something different, okay? Clear to everyone? Great. Now see here, if I talk about this renin, this renin will be activated when? जब ब्लड वॉल्यूम कम होगा, ब्लड प्रेशर कम होगा और ब्लड का सोडियम लेवल कम होगा, then it will be activated, okay? Then it will be activated. Clear? Great. Now as soon as this renin is activated, what is this going to do? It is going to reverse all these things. क्या करेगा देखो? See here. So first of all, this renin is activated, right? See, as soon as the blood pressure dropped, what happened? The kidney will release renin. Okay? Kidney released what? Renin. Clear? Okay. Now, guys, there is one protein which is present in the blood, but it is made in the liver, okay? There is one thing which is present in the blood, but it is made in the liver, which is known as angiotensinogen, okay? Angiotensinogen, right? So where it is present? It is present in the blood. Okay? Blood. कहाँ से आया ये? बच्चों कहाँ से आया? Liver से आया. Came from where? Liver. Now, as soon as this renin is released, this angiotensinogen is going to convert into angiotensin 1. Angiotensin 1. Okay? Clear? Angiotensin 1 में ये convert हो जाएगा. After this what? After this we need one more thing. Angiotensin converting enzyme. From where it will come? It will come from lungs. Angiotensin converting enzymes. From where it will come? From lungs it will come, okay? Angiotensin converting enzyme. कहाँ से आएगा बच्चों? Lungs से आएगा. And when this enzyme reaches, then this angiotensinogen will be converted into angiotensinogen 2. It will be converted into, one second. It will be converted into angiotensin 2. Okay? It will be converted into angiotensin 2. I hope that this much is clear. I hope that this yes, exactly, Dawn bhai, exactly. Now, when this angiotensinogen 2 has came, when this angiotensin, did I say tensiogen? Sorry. Angiotensin 2 has been released. First of all, what it will do? First of all, it will ask you to भाई पानी पी ले, सोच लो, अगर इतना सारा पानी का कमी है, BP drop है, तो the first thing what you can do is that you should drink the water, right? So this angiotensin 2 will give the signal to the hypothalamus, will activate the thirst and the drinking response, okay? Hypothalamus, it will activate what? It will activate thirst center, okay? Yes or no? Yes. Now second thing what it will do is that it will constrict the blood vessel. It will constrict the blood vessel, which is vasoconstriction. Yes or no? vasoconstriction. And the third thing what it will do is that it will ask the aldosterone adrenal cortex to release what? Aldosterone. Aldosterone. Yes or no? Yes. Now see what things are gonna happen here. What things are gonna happen here. So suppose that you have drink the water. Okay, तुमने पानी पी लिया. Thirst क्यों? You have drank the water. So what will happen? Blood volume will increase, right? Blood volume will increase, and if blood volume will increase, BP will increase. Yes or no? Yes or no? And that's why this mechanism was activated. Now blood volume was decreased. That's why RAS was activated. So if you are increasing the blood volume, RAS can be deactivated. If you are increasing the blood pressure, वापस से सही हो जाएगा. But sir, what about the vasoconstriction? Why do we need vasoconstriction? Anyone? Why do we need vasoconstriction? We need a vasoconstriction because, see here, see, this is the glomerulus. This is our glomerulus, yes or no? And in the glomerulus, we had the afferent arteriole, yes, afferent arteriole, and this was the efferent arteriole. So suppose that from here 100 people are coming, okay, from here 100 people are coming, and the same people has to go from here also. But what I did is that I narrowed the path. So what will happen? Pressure will increase. So this will increase the pressure. Yes or no? Vasoconstriction will increase the pressure. BP high, normal level pe le aayega, right? Yes or no? Yes. Now next what? ADH, antidiuretic hormone. So what is this gonna happen, sir? This will ask the collecting duct for the reabsorption. DCT and PCT say reabsorption of salt and water. This will also help what? This will also help to increase the blood pressure. Yes or no? Clear to everyone? Clear to everyone? बताओ मुझे. और जब ये सारी चीजें हो जाएगी, जब ब्लड प्रेशर नॉर्मल हो जाएगा, ब्लड वॉल्यूम नॉर्मल हो जाएगा, then what is gonna happen? Sir, RAS mechanism will be stopped. Okay? Great. Great. Chalo. Acha, one more thing. What is the pH of our urine? What is the pH of our urine, बच्चों? चलो थोड़ा सा यूरिन के बारे में पढ़ के यूरिन के बारे में थोड़ा सा पढ़ लेते हैं, and after that some of the disease are left. Okay, rest to hemodialysis is left, rest so we have done. So if I talk about the urine, बच्चों, urine is what? The pH of urine is 6. pH of urine is what? Is it? It's what? 6 or approximately what? 6. Yes or no? 6 से लेके 6.5, slightly basic, sorry, slightly acidic, I'm so sorry, slightly acidic. Yes or no? Color is what? Color is what? Pale yellow color. Color is what? Pale yellow color. Yes or no? Pale yellow color. Pale yellow color. Okay, right? Now on an average, how much urea we excrete? 25 to 30 gram. On an average, how much urea do we excrete from our body? 25 to 30 gram of urea we are excreting daily from our body. Okay, chalo, great. Now, sir, kidney we have done, RAS mechanism we have done, counter current mechanism we have done. Are there any type of, suppose that there is a person who is not, whose kidney is not working. So is there any kind of mechanism from which we can help them, right? So yes, there is a mechanism which is known as hemodialysis. Hemodialysis. What's the spelling of hemodialysis? यही होता है क्या शायद? Hemodialysis. D-I-Y. Yes or no? D-I-Y. जो भी है तुम देख लेना. Hemodialysis. Okay. Now, what happens in hemodialysis, sir? See, we take a patient. Suppose that you are, not you, someone else is suffering from the kidney disorders and it can't remove the urea from the body. So what we do is that we take that patient to the hospital and we take his hand, right? We take his hand. From the hand, what we do is that we search the artery. We search the artery, and from the artery we are inserting, in the artery we are inserting an injection, and that injection is connected with a long tube. Okay, that injection is connected with the long tube. Now this long tube is allowed to enter into a container. This long tube is allowed to enter into a container. Okay. Now this tube is something like this, very coiled tube. Okay, very coiled tube, bachcho. Clear? Now this tube is made up of what? This tube is made up of cellophane membrane. Cellophane membrane. Okay, cellophane membrane. But inside this container, what is it? Inside the container we have a fluid which is known as hemodialyzing fluid, which is known as dialyzing fluid. Okay, dialyzing fluid. Now what do you have to remove? What do you have to remove? Do you have to remove glucose? No, sir. Do you have to remove nitrogenous phase to urea? Yes, sir. So what we do is that this dialyzing fluid is what? It is having everything similar to the blood. This dialyzing fluid is what? Having everything similar to the fluid, blood. Okay, or it's having everything similar to blood, similar to blood. But what it is not present? Sir, waste material, nitrogenous waste material is not present. Urea is absent. Urea is absent. Yes or no? And if urea is absent, so what will happen? What will happen? From this tube, the urea will move out. The urea will move out, and slowly the blood will be what? Purified. Your work is done. What you have to do? You have to just remove the urea. So what we have done? We have taken a dialyzing fluid, and that dialyzing fluid we have maintained everything like pressure of glucose, concentration of glucose, everything is similar. Just what the difference is? The difference is the urea is not present. So slowly when we move the blood into this container and coiled, so what will happen? Urea will be removed, and then we are going to insert this tube again into the patient's blood. Okay, okay. कहाँ insert करेंगे? Vein में. Where we will going to insert? In the vein. Clear to everyone? Yes or no? Let me know in the comment section. Hi Shivam. समझ नहीं आ रहा शिवम? Shivam, we are on the end of the session. Okay, so we have done lots and lots of things. तो एक बार recording देख लेना अगर ना समझ में आए तो. Okay, clear Shivam? I am so sorry for that if you are not able to understand. Just try to see the recording. Okay, clear? Chalo. So this was what? This was hemodialysis. This was hemodialysis. Clear? Okay, chalo. Now let's talk about, sir, when we take out the blood outside, it will coagulate, right? So to prevent the coagulation, what we are doing is that we are inserting the heparin. Okay, heparin. What does it does? It prevents the coagulation of clotting of blood inside the dialyzing chamber. Now what, sir? Now when we are inserting back into the body, we are what? We are adding anticoagulant और antiheparin. Okay, so that कि हमारे बॉडी में जब हम वापस ब्लड को पेशेंट के बॉडी में डाल रहे तो हेपारिन का अमाउंट ज्यादा ना हो, तो जितना हेपारिन हमने डाला था उतना ही हमने एंटी हेपारिन डाल दिया. ओके, क्लियर? ग्रेट. हाय आशिका, हाउ आर यू? हाय आशिका, हाउ आर यू? Great. Chalo. Now we have what? We have the disorders of the excretory system. We have the disorders of the excretory system. Okay. What disorders we have? We have uremia. In NCERT we have, oops, 1 second, bachcho, what happened? We have what? We have uremia. What is uremia, sir? Disorders. Let's talk about the disorders. So now if I talk about this is uremia. Uremia क्या होता है? Presence of excess urine in the, presence of excess urea in the blood. Okay, excess urea in the blood. This is uremia. ज़्यादा यूरिया अगर ब्लड में आ जाए तो we will be calling it as uremia, and this indicates that kidney failure is happening, because if urea is not being removed, then kidney is not working. Yes or no? Yes. Next, what we have? Renal failure. Renal failure. Renal failure, when the kidney is what? The kidney is not able to remove the waste. Yes or no? The kidney is not able to remove the waste. And what is the treatment? Kidney transplant. Kidney transplant. Okay, kidney transplant, right? Great. Chalo. Or what we can do? We can do for temporary, we can do hemodialysis. Hemodialysis, which we just discussed, right? Chalo. Next, what, sir? Next, we have renal calci. Renal calci. What is this renal calci, sir? Renal calci is presence of insoluble stones, insoluble crystallized salts of oxalates. Okay, salts of oxalates, बहुत सारे oxalates मिलके crystal जैसा बना दे, जिनको हम बोलते हैं stones. It is caused by oxalates. Oxalates. Voice is low. Saloni, is that so? बच्चों ऐसा? सलोनी, अब ठीक है क्या? बताओ. मैंने तो पूरा सेशन ले लिया सलोनी. एक बार इंक्रीज करके देखना सलोनी. बच्चों, टुडे एंड द इवनिंग आल्सो वी आर गोइंग टू हैव न्यूरल कंट्रोल एंड कोऑर्डिनेशन. ओके, neural control and coordination from 6 o'clock. From 6 o'clock, neural control and coordination. So if you want to join, you can join that class. Okay, you can join that class also. Chalo. So we have what? We have the renal calci. Renal calci was what? Presence of kidney stone. And one is glomerular nephritis. Glomerular. एक सेकेंड बच्चों, मुझे स्पेलिंग देखने दोगे क्या? मैं स्पेलिंग देख लूं क्या? ग्लोमेरुलर नेफ्राइटिस. ओके, नेफ्राइटिस. See, enteritis is what? Inflammation in bone. Glomerular nephritis will be what? Inflammation in glomerular. Okay, inflammation in glomerulus capsule. Okay, inflammation in glomerulus of kidney. ठीक है, चलो. So this is what we have completed the excretion chapter. This is the, now we have completed the excretion chapter. In the evening, we are going to start with the neural control and coordination at 6 p.m. So whoever wants to join this session. In just 2 hours, we are going to complete it. Okay, till then, bye bye everyone. See you in the next class.